Whoa, this video has an actual thumbnail. Hey, happy Valentine's. Or well, I think it's still Valentine's. Don't really know, I hope it is, because that's the reason the video exists. But I also just threw this out there in one day because I forgot to record it. So, who knows. Either way, I felt it made sense to make a Valentine's video, because you know, along with this, I want to talk about ideas for this place going forward, but that's for later. So for now, I'm going to do something very simple. Talk about the games I like and love and tell you the pros and cons of them. Pretty simple, I know. Love is the Valentine's thing, and like I said, I've got to do something, right? These games are in no particular order, though I will say that I avoided mentioning games like Minecraft and Roblox because they're already big enough, you know what they are, so I've talked about my smaller games that I like. Well, not going to talk for too long, so let's just get on to the first game. Clone Drone in the Danger Zone. The game is pretty fun, to me at least. Summarize, you're a little robot with a human brain put inside of it, put into an arena, to fighting against a bunch of other robots with not human brains put inside of them. Fairly simple, but it's fun to play, I enjoy it. It's pretty funny. It's a match per match basis, so you go in completely fresh each time. Your matches, successes and losses in the game are commented on by two robots. And to be honest with you, while it can be annoying at the times we make fun of robots as I die, other than that I find them pretty enjoyable. Upon completing each fight the game puts you through, you get one upgrade point for yourself. This allows you to upgrade a lot of things. You can get a better sword, get bows, hammers, spears, jetpacks, more energy and clones, hence the name of the game. Clones are essentially your lives, costing one upgrade point and having a limit of 10 of them. I normally run up quite close to this limit. The game has a campaign mode with difficulty settings, which is quite fun and enjoyable. Nothing emotionally groundbreaking, unlike a later game on this list. Obvious foreshadowing is obvious. The game also has challenges in endless mode. I've completed most of them. The endless mode is alright, the endless mode being what the footage you're looking at right now is. Along with this, though I haven't played it, the game does also have a multiplayer. But with that your mileage may vary, like I said I haven't played it, so I don't really know how you enjoy it. But yeah, that's Clone Drone. I give it a solid 7 out of 10 in my books. Pros as I see them is that it's quite a fun gameplay loop and the music is an absolute banger, along with its large skill tree. Biggest con though is that you run out of things to do. I've beaten the campaign on literally every difficulty, beaten every challenge, and all there really is endless and multiplayer. The replayability isn't the best in the world, but while it lasts, the game is great. Now, for the next game, Town of Salem. Town of Salem is a multiplayer social deduction game. No, it's not Among Us. Actually, well, Town of Salem came first, but that's not important, that's not the point. In this game, you go in and are given a role. You're either good, so town, you have to figure out who the evil people are, after which you then lynch them, or you kill them at night if you're one of the rare town killing roles. You can also be evil, more rarely, but you can, which means Mafia or Coven with the DLC, which means your team must be the only ones left standing, you've murdered everyone else. This is where your lying about your role as a townsperson and your knowledge of the game comes in. In order to win this game, you have to know how it works and how to play it. Yeah, you have to know how to play it, obviously. I mean, otherwise it would be. But you have to know what the role you're faking does, and you have to be convincing with your lies. Generally, if you just be quiet, which I do sometimes because I don't know what to say, you will be one of the first people to be lynched, or hung, or killed, or whatever you want to call it. There are also neutral roles, generally need to fake what they are, but they are more so for chaos reasons. You have stuff like Werewolf, which on full moons it can go on rampage, attack everyone who visits the house. Vampires, they turn down. Arsonist, douse people then light them on fire. Survivor, you win with anyone, doesn't matter. There is one problem. Town of Salem has multiple game modes rather, but generally I'd recommend sticking with any, or ranked practice if you really want to do ranked practice, but it can be quite toxic. That is the one problem with this game, unfortunately. Due to its underpopulation in servers, there's only around 200 people playing it at any given time, good luck getting into other servers that aren't all any. There's a game mode called Dracula's Palace. I have never played it. I've tried. Nobody joins it. It's just impossible to play without you having 15 friends, which I don't. Anyway, that's Town of Salem. That's basically the game. I personally rate it 8 out of 10. If you want a good idea of what the game is like with friends, I recommend watching a channel like Jerome Ace. He did it quite a bit and his videos are quite fun. Yes, I am now advertising other people's channels on my channels. This is what this has come to. But either way, pros and cons. For the pros, it's enjoyable, has a fun learning curve, it can be funny, and I personally like it quite a lot. I unironically used the microtransactions on it and bought stuff, if that's any hint. For the cons, well, as I mentioned before, under population claim what we play, and along with this, the community can be quite toxic. Very toxic. And I totally didn't add it to the script because I am reading off the script so that this is like a better video. But one problem is that you can play free, but to play free, you'd have to watch an ad every single time you join a thing, which is a bit annoying, and it's very mobile gamey, even though you pay like £5 on Steam for it and you get it for free, but you don't have to do that. But you know, it's there. That's a thing. It's a freemium game. Then we head from Town of Salem to a very different game, nothing at all like what I was already using, but you know. Yeah, a bit of an odd change compared to the two, isn't it? My game taste varies. Either way, Software Inc. is a game where you, well, develop software. Bet you could never tell. You go on with 50 grand and a founder that you can fully customize, and you can have 1 to 4 of them. You can only play as one, but you can have 4 that join you at the beginning. There are multiple stats and skill levels you can change: your programming level, your design level, artistry level, service level, and lead level, what you'd kind of expect. You obviously can't max them all out, there's a limited amount on the slider, but yeah. You also have traits, so you can have, for example, RGB thumb, where instead of the durability of the computer going down, it goes up. And yeah, you can have 2 bonus traits and 2 negative traits, or there's blue ones that are both, so then you can then have 1 and 1, or you can have 2 blue ones. Bit confusing, but it is what it is. When you actually get into the game, that is, you start off by building up your area. You should probably start in the rental area, unless you took out a loan at the beginning, which, why would you do that? So you have 1 room. From there you have the option of contracts and software to develop. Yeah, this one video is kind of short, huh? That's because this game is kind of hard to explain, especially with its extremely slow pace. If you want a better example of it than I could ever produce, here I go advertising another YouTuber again. Go check out someone like Seniac. He made a good few series on it, including modded. Yeah, it's kind of all I have to say on this game. It's hard to explain. But I personally rate the game 6 out of 10. However, the game most certainly isn't for everyone with its slow pace. For the pros, it's very free, very open. Not free as in like, you know, not free as in like free monetarily, but like you can do what you want. You're given the choice to do what you want. For the cons, the game's slow pace may end up turning people off, especially since that slow pace is the fastest option in the video you're seeing. Yeah. By the way, now from the weakest favourite game I have on this list to the best one I have on this list. Yeah, it is Honkai time. Welcome to Honkai Impact, the less popular, older sibling of Genshin Impact. No, but in all seriousness, this game is amazing, with only 1 or 2 problems existing for me personally. In the game, you start with a tutorial playing one of the 3 characters the game starts you with. Kiana Kaslana, I think that's how you pronounce it. From there, you play a hack and slash type game with adventure. The controls are alright and the combat is extremely smooth, with your ultimates, weapon skills and the like. Throughout the rest of the tutorial, you meet the other 2 characters you get in the beginning, Raiden Mei and Bronya Zajcik. I seriously hope I'm saying these names right. I am purposely not explaining the tutorial or any of the campaign, because I cannot express enough how great it is. It is one of the best stories I've ever seen in a video game, period. It's made me feel the whole range of emotions, everything. That's why I urge you to play this game more than any. If you don't play any of the other games on the list, play this one. Seriously, it is amazing. Even if only for the campaign, you can make it through the entire campaign without the gacha element, which does exist if you really want to. I mean, you should be surprised it exists. It's related to Genshin Impact. Then you get given enough stamina items to ignore the stamina mechanic altogether. There is a solid 20 plus hours of story there, and it doesn't drop off one single time. And that is why I urge you to play this game. The biggest problem, as I said before, is the game's gacha element, but it can be easily fixed. Some battle suits and characters are grindable, and you need the game's special currency to roll for some of them, but also you can get those really easily generally. This currency isn't hard to come by. The game is soon coming on the end of the part 1 of the campaign. I won't spoil anything about the campaign. Play it. Seriously. I will give Honkai Impact a straight up 10 out of 10. The pros are its great gameplay, combat, story, and I'm actually going to give it a pro for doing gacha right for once. And the only real con I can think of is the stamina element that, like I said, it isn't the biggest con in the world. And that you may not like it if you're not into the anime cel shaded style of game. Yeah, that's it. Those are the games I like that aren't absolutely massive and you know. Now, with that all out of the way, what I mentioned at the start of the video, with what I'm doing with this channel, I noticed that my newest video before this one didn't do so great, 6 views compared to 33. That's quite a drop even for a sequel. So here's the new plan. I'm going to continue to doing that series, I'm going to continue doing that series once a week for the people that did watch it, but I'll also do something more random and fun once a week, like this or another game I like, maybe one on this list, once a week, bumping up the amount of videos up to now being 2 a week. So it's a win-win for you all. Anyway, I hope you all continue to support me in the future with what I'm doing and all of this. I hope you liked this video. It's easily the highest quality one I've done yet. It's the most effort I've put into one, despite it still coming out in one day. Manning out? I don't know how to do a proper outro, to be honest.